Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. I'm Spencer, and I'm one of your hosts in this podcast that we do. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you a review.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Now, before we review anything, we must first tell you about the places where you can find us and contact us and tell us what you think, how you feel. And that is information Jordan is going to give you.
Yeah, of course, we're on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all the big ones. So feel free to drop by with the League of Melanated Gentlemen. And yeah, stop on by. Great time over there. Of course, schedule up. Oh, don't forget to rate, review us, subscribe to us, all that good stuff on YouTube or streaming services that you use. Be sure and use that. Schedule updates, of course, on Mondays. So, excuse me. When the main episode drops on Tuesdays, we have LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That is the Marvel role-playing game that we play here on the channel. So if you're into rolling dice and shooting dice, rolling dice. If you're into rolling dice and role-playing, there you go.
I'd say rolling.
Yeah. And into role-play and all that. Be sure and check us out. Brandon has an archive of wrestling episodes called Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. That was his review podcast. Not review podcast. That's his wrestling podcast. So yeah, be sure and check that out. Brandon, anything going on in the world of wrestling?
And kind of solidify some of the SummerSlam. That's like the next big event I've mentioned before. But got Oba versus Brock. We got Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
That's a classic.
Yeah. And they kind of they rarely get to go 1v1 since Roman's reached like stratosphere level. And then Sami Zayn is the world champion right now. He beat Cody Rhodes. And so it's definitely thrown a mix into things, but it's kind of an unexpected thing, which is probably what they need a little bit of juice. And so we'll see who, comes out with that or who he ends up facing. But I think Oba won King of the Ring. So Oba is now guaranteed a title shot. But he's facing Brock right now.
So yeah, with Brock still around.
Yeah, we know how Brock works against black people. But
dang, but put in the work on them all.
Yeah, I got Oba in this, but
that's because Oba didn't have a belt. A
yeah, true.
If Oba had a belt, this is a different situation.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of the main stuff going on.
So, is Sami Zayn on a heel turn right now, or what's?
Yeah, it's interesting with Triple H. He does a really good job of kind of like an Attitude Era where he kind of plays both sides and he kind of lets the crowd decide. And with Sami Zayn, because he was such a babyface for the last 6 years, he kind of started to, because the crowd is turned on him, he's kind of leaned into that. And it's kind of been like, I've been here for so long. I've put the work in. I deserve to be champion, blah, 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 blah. And so people turned on him, but now that he actually did it and did such a good job of like playing, disgruntled character, people are kind of like, oh, this is interesting. And Cody lost, which a lot of people were wanting anyways, just to switch it up. So it'll be interesting. I think they turn on him, but Sammy's so good that it's kind of hard to dislike him, especially as a heel, because he's so funny and interesting. But I think he's one of those transitional champs where Oba's gonna beat the brakes off of him and get that title. So
he's got it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's a universal title, right?
Yeah, the universal title is with Sami Zayn. The world heavyweight title was with Roman.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then last but not least, we have DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That's Spencer's review podcast where he is going through the entirety of the DC animated universe. He is currently in Young Justice.
Yes. It's a good time. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
So today we have a review. It's been a minute since we've done a review, but as we know, reviews pop like they're just releasing stuff all the time. And so we're not in a review season, but we will have, some summertime reviews for you.
Yeah.
And I guess this is the first of them. So the newest DC hotness, Supergirl. I will read a synopsis in my own words, and then we're just going to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
So, we open with Kara and Crypto starting their day. Kara is 23 and celebrating by bar hopping from planet to planet. She ignores calls from her cousin, and a young girl named Ruthie is orphaned by a brigand named Krem. She swears revenge, and during one of Kara's many bar stops, Ruthie asks everybody in the bar for help taking revenge on Krem, and in exchange, she will give them her family sword. Her sword is stolen, and Kara gets it back for her. Ruthie then asks Kara to help her, and Kara is not really trying to get involved. Kara goes back home, and Ruthie is there. They take Crypto out to go pee, and Krim shows up to steal Kara's ship. Crypto ends up getting poisoned by Krim, which gives Kara the motivation to go find him and get the antidote. Kara and Ruthie get on the bus, which is raided by some space pirates. Luckily, there's a yellow sun nearby, so Kara is able to handle that. After a heated interrogation, she learns where Krim is located. When they arrive on the planet, they go to the bar where somebody tries to buy Ruthie from Kara. Kara challenges them to an arm wrestle and eventually, has to demonstrate that she's the baddest one in the room.
Mm-hmm.
A local couple that speaks a little bit of English offers some help, and Lobo shows up for a different brigand. Kara and Ruthie go to the couple's house and learn that the brigands are an all-male society kidnapping women for the purposes of repopulation. We see what actually happened to Krypton in a flashback. Argo City is separated from the rest of Krypton, saving it from being destroyed with the rest of the planet. Kara is born and grows up in Argo City, but everyone starts getting kryptonite poisoning and dying. Kara's father sends Kara and Crypto to Earth, where she is greeted by Superman. In today's time, Kara is poisoned by the couple because they made a deal. They get their daughter back if they give up Kara and Ruthie. Krim and his people show up, and there is a lot of violence between Kara, Lobo, and the brigands. Ruthie finds Krim and attempts to kill him, but Kara stops her. Krim kills the local couple that betrayed Kara and Ruthie blames Kara for their deaths. Kara asks some other locals to take her to Krim, and they end up on a planet with a yellow sun and a green sun, which behaves like kryptonite. Kara begins to die, but Ruthie drags her to a cave because she snuck onto the vessel that got them there. While going to get Kara some water, Ruthie is captured. In jail, she sees Lobo, and Lobo has also been captured. But he says this was his plan all along. Krim asks Ruthie where Kara is, but of course she refuses to tell him, so he tells her that she will die before the end of the day. She tricks one of the guards into opening the cell, and she attacks him, freeing herself and Lobo. She collects her family sword and ends up recaptured by Krim. The yellow sun rises, Kara got her powers back, and Supergirl and Lobo handle everybody, and Supergirl is able to free all of the kidnapped women. Ruthie finally gets the chance to kill Krim, but Supergirl tells her that killing him won't heal her. She convinces Ruthie to walk away, and Supergirl handles it herself.
Mm-hmm.
She gets the anti-venom to Crypto, lets Ruthie join her birthday shenanigans, and eventually goes back to Earth to settle down a bit. And that's the movie.
Yes, sir.
That is the movie.
Work.
And I wasn't 100% sure that that's the full order of things because I made the mistake of not writing this immediately after I saw the movie.
Mm.
So if anything was out of order, my bad. But
Yeah.
I think that's as I think I'm the freshest one who just recently saw it, and yeah, that everything was correct order.
Cool, good. Glad we talked about it.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
before we get into discussing the movie, I would like to do a teaching moment for Lobo because Lobo is a character that was not in the story on which this was based. Lobo is, I'd say, a B tier character for DC. Like, he's popular amongst DC fans, but not popular generally. And so I think that he warrants a teaching moment, and especially because Momoa was
Yeah.
there was a big deal about the casting, and so yeah, let's talk about Lobo's origins a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lobo, like Spencer said, very cult like following for Lobo. And he's kind of always Jason Momoa has always been fan casted as him, so definitely makes sense the appearance. Lobo is most famously a fictional anti-hero, intergalactic bounty hunter appearing in DC Comics. He's known as the main man. He's a cigar smoking, motorcycle riding alien with a penchant for extreme violence and dark humor. Uh, he was born on a utopian planet, Zarnia. Zarnia, I
Hmm.
think this is.
Yeah, Zarnia.
Lobo, yeah, he wiped out his entire species using a swarm of lethal mutant scorpions for a high school science experiment,
What the heck?
awarded himself an A grade. Um, Lobo, his first appearance was in 1983 on the Omega Man 3 comic, which was written by Robert Slifer. Um, and in that comic, he had a different look. He didn't have kind of this edgy look he has now, but he came back around and made his new look debut in the late '80s by Alan Grant. It was a Justice League International comic book, and that's kind of where he kind of brought in his new look with the biker look and everything. So, like you said, Lobo's a very famous character, beloved, especially by those who watch like Justice League Unlimited and things of that. A lot of the animated shows from the 90s and late early 2000s. He made heavy appearances in those. And he's just a fun character because he's dark, but he's also kind of fun. Like I said, anti-heroes are always kind of fun to deal with, and his interactions with Superman and others is always interesting. So yeah, that is our teaching moment.
So the way that Deadpool is like a hard spoof of Deathstroke,
Yeah,
uh, Lobo is supposed to be a hard spoof of Wolverine and Punisher kind of together.
yeah, yeah,
The whole like
Mm.
hyper violent anti-hero who can't die.
yeah, yeah. He is
And
immortal.
yeah, and like very specific, like cartoonishly immortal.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it's one of those like hell won't take him, heaven won't take him. That's why he's immortal.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, like
yeah.
he is very specifically a spoof character, and
Hmm.
spoof characters often get love
Yeah,
because they're ridiculous.
yeah,
But yeah, that's he's a loose spoof of Wolverine and Punisher.
yeah.
So with like a sprinkle of Ghost Rider. But yeah.
That's. I was gonna get into that. That's when we get to the movie. I'll talk about the Ghost Rider thing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I like I said, we needed to do a teaching moment for Lobo. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Lobo has appeared in several DC animated projects, as Brandon said. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of unhappy that he never referred to himself as the main man in this movie. I
Mm.
I, I had a problem with that. Um,
Much.
how Wolverine never said bub, like it's one
Yeah.
of those. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
he needed to refer to himself as the main man. That is what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So that being missing, like even if this movie had been a 10, it wouldn't have been a 10 because
Yeah.
I needed that.
That's like
Yeah.
his catchphase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that is very, very Lobo, very specific. So
Yeah.
I needed that. But
Hmm.
um so also, Brandon, could you tell the people just real quick, what is the name of the comic book on which this movie was based?
It's called Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. It is by is it Tom King? I may be wrong on that, but it's a very, very good book. It was one of the. It's really the only Supergirl comic book I've ever read. It's a graphic novel, and it's just. I mean, it's amazing. Um, and so that's why, like, I was so interested in this movie because the experience of reading that was a lot of fun. And the art in the book is really good too. It's kind of different, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, Woman of Tomorrow.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, we open with Kara and Crypto. Now, for anybody who hadn't read the book but saw the Superman movie, they
Me.
probably remember Supergirl going to get Crypto and, being a little tipsy, a little,
Yeah.
little topsy turvy.
Hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
had obviously been drinking. She was under some kind of influence, and whenever I think it's Superman who says like she likes to hang out on red sun planets and get drunk because she can on a red
Yeah.
sun planet. And
Yeah.
so we see her waking up in her like RV, I guess.
Mm.
And
Basically,
and,
yeah.
and really we see like Crypto just, doing whatever.
Whatever crypto does.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, crypto, bro. He need a real trainer, bro. He bad.
Oh, he
Hmm.
needs he needs Caesar Milan.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like, it's my birthday. So
Hmm.
we out here. She's bar
Outside.
hopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
She outside,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
having a good time, enjoying herself, bringing Crypto into the bar.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, bro.
guess
She need a new owner, bro. That's crazy.
like aliens don't care.
Yeah.
Um, so and we see that Superman is calling her and leaving voicemails, and she's just like not interested in
Yeah.
talking to him. And he's a little concerned. He's like, I think you should, put down some roots here at your home. And
Yeah.
she was kind of like, my home, but okay. Like,
Yeah.
I already have a home.
Hmm.
But yeah, thanks. And then we go to a family. A very nice family, just, about to have some dinner.
Hmm.
Seems very normal. Like the teenage son is just on his iPod.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, then they get a visit from a dude who it took me a long time to realize he was the main villain.
To be honest, it took
Y-
me a long time as well.
Like that was unclear
Got it. Yeah.
for me. Like I
Yeah.
mean, Brandon, I'm sure you already knew like once he was introduced as Krim, you were like,
Prim. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I thought he was a henchman of whoever
I
the main
mean,
villain was going to be.
I
he
thought it was
gave
gonna be
henchman
Lobo.
vibes. Yeah. He gave henchman vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, he walks in and he's just a ball of personality.
Hmm.
And they're there for the sword, as far as I understand. And the son doesn't know what's happening. Like everything is peaceful for a minute.
Yeah.
And then the son accidentally startles him and ends up dying. And I was like,
Just,
oh, that was like he caught a stray. Like that was really
yeah.
an accident.
Yeah.
Because
It was a lot of deaths in this movie too, like more than I was expecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything was fine, and he was playing a joke, died.
Hmm.
That's why we don't do pranks. But
Nope.
yeah, I'm a terrible person because whenever this happened, I leaned over and I was like, is she gonna be the new Batman?
Oh
That's crazy.
no,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess while we're talking about her, is she a character in the DC universe?
As far as the story is concerned, yes. Pre-existing before that, no.
That is my understanding, is that like she
Yeah.
was written for this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
As was Krem, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had not seen Krem before this.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, they are both in the comic book of this story.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So she has been orphaned, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some revenge."
Hmm.
We go back to Kara, just enjoying her birthday, kinda, and she walks in and says, "Attention! I require assistance. Whoever can help me kill this man, I will gift you with my family's sword." And because she's a child and men are terrible, they were heavy handed on the men are terrible in this movie.
They
Oh,
did.
for
They
sure.
were.
For sure.
Like this,
Yeah.
I I definitely I don't know at what point in the movie, but I leaned over and I was like, this movie's pretty woke.
Mm.
And I wasn't saying that as a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just saying it as a thing.
Like you
Right.
acknowledged it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this movie was woman forward. It was very aggressively men ain't shit. That was the
Yeah.
vibe. which,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
sometimes it'd be like that.
I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes men ain't shit.
A lot of
Yeah.
times men ain't shit.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Yeah.
But, men ain't shit. So she gets jacked. And Kara's like, oh, well, that wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
So she goes outside and she's like, excuse me, sir, if you could just return the sword. Matter of fact, help her do what she's asking you to do. Like, make the deal. And you
Yeah.
can earn the sword instead of just stealing it from her. That's trifling, don't you think?
Hmm.
And, he just, pshaw. And so she's like, okay.
Is
And kicks him in his chest.
Yeah.
is this like a Star Wars situation where they understand alien talk? Because sometimes she understood it, other times people didn't understand her.
There was one point where she referred to English as like the common tongue.
I heard it, yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's all right. That's very
But like,
human.
she understood what this alien dude was saying, but then later on with Crypto's like she didn't understand the healing person with Crypto. But then the person understood her.
I think that
I
just
And
think
then
like
she
it's
spoke
any,
another language to that thing on the train.
yeah, I think just like any other
it's a
situation with
skill.
multiple languages, like there are
Yeah.
some languages she knows and some languages she doesn't because,
Okay.
it's vast.
Yeah.
So it would be like, for example, if you are over in Italy and you speak Italian and you need to go over to Greece and you don't speak Greek.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just a matter of which languages you know, which languages you don't, and I enjoyed the fact that there were some languages she knew and some languages she didn't,
Yeah.
because that felt more like a situation you'd be in if you're an alien.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
she had knowledge of certain things, and yeah. So yeah, I would assume that's the deal with the alien languages, because we're in a galaxy far, far away. So
Hmm.
who knows what. But they fight for a minute, and she's able to get the sword back, and she's like, "Here you go." And then Ruthie's like, "Oh, can you help me? Clearly, you're very
Yeah.
capable." And she's like, "I need to lie down.
Yeah.
That's what I need."
She's like,
Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she makes it back to her own bed, and Ruthie's there, and is like, "Jesus, you are messy." Because Scar hadn't even woke up. She hadn't brushed her teeth. She ain't peed.
Yeah.
Like she just got her day started, and Ruthie's like,
Hmm.
"Hey, I need your help," like I said.
Hmm.
And so she's really not trying to help, and I think this is when she does talk to Clark, and he's
Yeah.
like, "You should probably, come on back.
Hmm.
I miss you, and I'm worried about you." He's like, I'm good. That's not my home, sir."
Yeah.
And
That's your
then,
home.
yeah, them's your people.
Hmm.
But they take Crypto out to pee. And one thing that and we may talk about it later, I wanted red suns to be redder in this movie.
Mm.
Like, whenever she was on a planet with a red sun versus a yellow sun, it was not easy to tell. You could kind of tell in the sky, but I wanted red sun planets to be red the same way that green sun was green.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a,
That
Because
green sounds real green.
green as
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted from a red sun. Now I understand, like, if we're looking at it scientifically, if you actually have a red sun, it's just gonna be kind of like a dimmer yellow sun as far as
Right.
what it's looking like. I wanted the red suns to be redder
Yeah.
because I think visually I needed that. That way it was very clear to me whether or not she had powers,
Right.
because it was unclear a lot of times. But um they, take Crypto out to pee, they're still talking, and then Krim himself shows up. Again, henchman behavior.
Yep.
And they steal her ship. Crypto is like, "Oh no, they're trying to take the house. So he
Mhm.
goes to attack. He gets shot. I will say generally the CGI for him was pretty good, but like when he got shot is when I was like, oh, that's CGI because it was so
Yeah.
up close on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I. I don't think I had any moments like that actually.
Okay,
Other, yeah. Well, that was one kind of rocky one when she was in space, but yeah, I don't think I
I
had anything that took me out like that though.
that's another thing that I really liked visually. I liked that when she was in space, her hair had no gravity.
Yeah.
Like I think that that was a really nice touch because I feel like that's something that wouldn't usually happen for like budget reasons, probably. But
Right.
Hmm.
just like how hair in water would look, like I really appreciate that they did that with her hair. Because that's one of those little things that's probably really expensive.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that they took the time to make that happen. Like I
Yeah.
appreciated that. So Crypto, like they steal her house, and Crypto is dying. And so they take him to the doctor lady, and she's translating because she's like, what's the situation? Um, this is a very fast acting poison. It kills you in 3 days. They use it for interrogations. It's ugly. They keep the antidotes on their person. And she's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
And Ruthie's like, oh, cool, great. And
Just
she's like,
tag on along.
I don't want you coming with me. Yeah, okay. So,
All right. Um, I will say, in the comic book, this crypto gets injured, but it is not a time limit thing. Like crypto, Krim does injure crypto in stealing the her home base or her ship, but crypto is never like truly like near death, or there isn't like a well he's going to die in 3 days type of situation. It's more of a they're pissed because they got the ship and he injured crypto, but crypto's fine for the most part.
Mm,
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting kind of movie plot thing to kind of put a little bit of
stay.
stakes. Yeah, add a
Mhm.
little bit of stakes and add like I guess keep the pace up a little bit. That
Yeah.
was a cool little addition.
Yeah. I appreciate that because, yeah, stakes and urgency.
Yeah, yeah,
And I had a thought and lost it. But yeah, I like that that was it. Oh, because whenever Crypto got shot, I was like, and now we have a John Wick situation.
dude,
yeah.
that's literally exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, this is just a super John Wick.
Yep.
Super John Wick. Yeah,
That's
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
yeah,
because, yeah. And, I love a reference.
yeah.
So, yeah. And I was like, I doubt Crypto dies, but
Right.
yeah, like we're gonna John Wick this thing a little bit. Cool.
And I get it because it gave Kara like a little more motivation to get Krim rather than
Hmm.
just helping her out with her dad and all that stuff. So I get that.
Yeah, and they give us a glimpse of the Supergirl suit
Yeah,
while she's in there,
I
and
do
of
like
course,
that.
yeah, they managed to get that,
Yeah,
and so they're on the bus, and it is not a comfortable bus ride.
bro, that was one of those moments, where you like Jordan, probably because you read a little more comics, but like where you've seen a picture in a comic book and they literally take it and put it in a movie form.
Yeah.
That's how
Hmm.
that was for me. Like that was literally it. Like I remember looking at a picture and it was like Supergirl like scrunched all up in the seat because this big
Hmm.
ass alien is like obnoxiously taking up all the space, snoring all over her and stuff.
Men are
Like that
trash.
was yeah, exactly. Like that
As that
was
he was manspreading.
perfectly yeah, that was perfectly like I really enjoyed the scene just from like they recreated the vibe of it because in the comic this scene is hilarious. So like and I just thought they executed this really, really well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be a little fun
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Mm,
Because I was like, there's probably gonna be more harassment from men on this bus.
absolutely.
And then they get raided
Hmm.
by an all-female space pirate unit. And I was like, that you're gonna rob the poor? Like that's what that felt like.
Yeah.
Well, were they really poor though?
I don't know.
They were
And
just on a
I thought it was just
transport.
passengers. Yeah, just straight up
Yeah.
passengers.
pirates don't give a fuck. But
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
yeah, so they show up, and Kara's like, "Is there a yellow sun nearby?" And Seth Rogen, who's in everything, is like, "Yeah, there's
Yes.
one right over there."
When I
Yeah.
first heard him, I was like, "Is that Seth Rogen?" And then he didn't talk for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and then he started talking. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that is him."
Yeah, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, Seth Rogen is in everything. Cool."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, "Yeah, there's one right over there." I'm gonna be a bitch and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because at one point he was like, "Does it have any guns or something?" He's like, "No, I don't have any balls or something else." And I was like,
something
"Oh
like
Yeah.
yeah." I was like, "Yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
scary. He's
that.
scared."
Yep.
Yeah. He
And
ain't built
he
like
knows that
that.
about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kara needs to go outside, get to the yellow sun. She does, and the pirates are handled. And Ruthie's like, "So like, why haven't you been doing that this
Right.
whole time?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Well, I require a yellow sun in order to make that happen. I like to spend my time where I'm normal on red sun planets."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "All right, pirates, today I don't have time."
Right.
And just gets the lasers going. And he's like, "Tell me what I need to know." And them lasers getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
And they spill the beans, which they needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Car not playing around.
Yeah. Car don't care. She don't live by that
That
I
Superman
found out.
code.
code
I
shit.
found. I
Yeah.
found that out real fast at the end of the movie because I don't. I'm not the biggest DC guy, so I didn't know she was really like that.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's recent.
Oh,
Like
that's recent.
if you watched the Supergirl show from CW, then that is a very Clark coded Kara. Like
Yeah. Facts.
she has the same moral code he does. I think that more recently they have given her a little more character. They have kind of separated her from Superman a little bit more. They've made her a lot more gray. I would argue that she's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Oh
I would
wow.
agree with
Okay.
that. I would agree with that. Tom King did a really good job of like putting her in a very like yeah, like very like lost teenage, young adult who's good just going through shit and like doesn't quite have life figured out. She's kind of just jealous of Clark, how he's kind of just transitioned perfectly. And
And
she's just kind of
we'll
like,
talk about that a little bit
yeah,
more later cuz
mm-hmm,
I yeah, we're going to talk about it. So she goes ahead and gets the information. And so they arrive, they go get Ruthie a little spacesuit,
mm-hmm,
and then they go to where Krim is located. And they end up in a bar. And
yeah.
again, men ain't shit because there's a dude who rolls up on Kara and is
Bro,
like, "I'll buy her from you right now."
yeah, that's
I was
crazy.
like, that is wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
men are terrible. And
Yeah.
so she's like, "I require some information." It's like, "Oh, well, give me her and I'll give you the information." She's like, "How about this? How about I arm wrestle you for it? You tell me
Mm-hmm.
what I need to know if I win, and you can have us both if you win."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Deal." And then he gets, bitched. And this larger fellow is like, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's what we're doing? All right."
Yeah.
And so she snaps his shit.
Bro, gone.
Big time.
And
Arm was
then
gone.
everybody got guns. And then she does a Captain America. She's like, "Anybody want to get out?"
Yeah. Yeah. Classic James Gunn scene.
Yeah, before we get started. Anybody
Yeah.
anybody want to leave?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And was it I'm in heaven playing? I'm in
I'm
heaven.
in heaven. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That did
Yeah.
play.
I love that song. I love that song. But yeah, that was a cool scene because I liked how they didn't show exactly what she was doing,
Yeah,
but
like
they
it was just
showed
from
kind of
Ruthie's point of view.
yeah, Ruthie's point of view of like she's just putting in work. Like
And is this true or false? The story, Woman of Tomorrow, is from Ruthie's point of view, generally
absolutely. I'm
speaking.
glad you brought that up. It's all through Ruthie's point of view. It is not a Car's in it, but it's like Car's like you're experiencing Car from everything's from Ruthie's point of view. So yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So and I think I get why they changed it, but I do prefer Ruthie's point of view just because it's like it's not as focused on Car, and it's like you feel a little more relatable to her a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah,
So, big fight. Car wins. We knew that would happen, and then
mm.
there are some local blacks, and
Local blacks is crazy.
they speak a little bit of English.
Yeah,
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we can help you. We know a thing or two about a thing or two. Meet us at our house later." And then Lobo's there, and she's like, "Oh shit, don't no eye contact. That's
yeah,
Lobo.
yeah.
He's a bad man."
Hmm.
And
So
he
yeah,
go,
he's basically known throughout the space,
yeah,
basically.
Absolutely, bounty hunter. Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
famously, he if he's coming to find you,
yeah. It's
he's
bad.
he's yeah.
Yeah,
Like he's a bounty hunter slash mercenary, like mostly a bounty hunter because he'll capture you if he needs to, but like dead or alive, he does not care.
You
yeah.
know, it's weird. Like I wanted him to be a little bit more white. Like I wanted the paint to be a
I,
little bit more white on him.
no,
I,
to make it more contrast.
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I will say his makeup wasn't as to the level I expected. I would
I think I
say.
agree. Like it looked like paint rather than his skin.
Thank
Yes.
you. And it's like in 2026, we've seen Gamora. We've seen people who are literally painted one color all the way through, and it's like, and it looks flawless. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
Where
it looks
this,
like actual skin.
yeah, this felt like again, like you said, like painted. It felt like dry paint on skin, and it was just like, I feel like we could have did that a little better.
Yeah, like it honestly, like I thought like Danhausen's paint might be better
Yes,
than this.
100%, bro.
Like that's kind of
100%.
what it felt
Like
like.
they should have hit up Sting and been like, "How do you make it look
Yeah,
so
like
good?"
but
Yeah,
I would imagine making maybe it's a situation where like making somebody's skin actually white is tough. I don't know.
I wish they would
But
have did.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
they did
don't
a
think
really good
so.
job like with Gore the God Butcher.
Thank you.
Like
And like even like a bunch of guy characters, and that's the frustrating thing is because like James Gunn is very experienced with these type of characters who have this type of thing, alien type
Guardians of
characters.
the Galaxy. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I just wish they would have either like made a different choice there because I was so I don't want to say it wasn't crazy distracting, but it was distracting to the point to where I was 90% in Lobo, 10% thinking about that. Ross should have been 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing like I feel like James Gunn really cares about and puts effort toward the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that it felt that way here.
Mm-mm.
But because they probably just figured it's Momoa, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just like I guess my problem is this character's here to stay. Like
Hmm.
this isn't a one-time deal. Like this, he's gonna be in
You think he's
a
gonna pop
ton
back
of
up?
them.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like he's very easy to cameo.
Yeah, and you don't sign Jason Momoa to do one movie. Like you just
Yeah.
don't do that. That's a waste of money. You could have just got another buff dude to do that. But
Yeah. And as
like,
locked in as he is, like Jason Momoa himself, like,
yeah,
yay.
he asked to play Lobo. He was like, "Can you just recast me and just say we'll do some finagles with the
Yeah, some
universe,
not,
whatever."
yeah.
Yeah, but just I want to play Lobo because apparently, like, he's a childhood fan of Lobo. Like he talked about in his interviews. I
Is he
saw.
really? Is he really though? I feel like they always do that when they
No,
get
I
the
know,
role.
but you know how like more nerds are in the journalism space. So like they actually Coy Jandreau, a couple of people like that actually read comics, like talk to him about it, and he was for I know what you mean though. Like there's a ton of people that go, yeah, I was a huge comic book
I've
fan.
always loved this
I
seedless
read the
character.
I read the X-Men, Spider-Man, and it's just like, okay, you read literally the
Yeah.
biggest books of okay. But to pick Lobo of everybody was like, and to fight for it is like interesting. That's not the one you
Okay.
usually pick up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah, Lobo pops up and he does not say main man, not once. He's more aggressive than funny in like the first time we meet
I
him.
agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
And he threw in some funny when they were in the jail, but yeah, like when we first meet him, I think we were just supposed to be intimidated by him because Kara is intimidated by him,
Yeah.
and she says to Ruthie like, "We don't need to fuck with him. He
Yeah.
is like, as far as immortality goes, like he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to fuck with him. He is
Hmm.
immortal." And so you know he Ruthie ends up kind of talking to him, and then Kara has to get them out of that by playing the ditzy blonde,
Hmm.
and then Kara and Ruthie end up going to this couple's house, and we see the husband like sneak over and like talk to somebody, and so we know pretty early like something weird's happening,
Yeah.
and then we get all of the information pretty much at their house. This is what I think at the house is where we learn what the brigands are and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we find out that they are an all-male society and they are kidnapping brides.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, we're trafficking.
Yeah. That I was like, God, like I had my daughter with me. So like I'm like, God damn, like because I hit up Spencer, I was like, hey, is there nude? Is there anything crazy I gotta think about? And you're like, no, and then I get in there, I'm like, fuck. Like it's just, like
But that's
women
I couldn't
trafficking.
I
Daddy,
couldn't
why
No,
are
tell
they
no,
you.
taking? Why are
that's
they
not
taking girls?
that had nothing like that's not your fault at all. That was just more of a movie choice. I was like, God, damn, we're really leaning into the trafficking joint,
We
huh?
are men ain't shit. That is
Yeah,
the theme.
yeah.
Uh
Which I'm not too mad about her seeing
oh
that
no.
part. Yeah,
Yeah, like that's
yeah,
fine. Like that's
yeah,
that's what happens. Like
yeah,
women are trafficked at all ages.
yeah,
So let's talk about it. Like that's
yeah,
kind of what this was.
yeah.
And we also find out what actually happened to Krypton because we see that because the girl is like Ruthie's like, yeah, Krypton was destroyed,
Hmm.
and Kara was like, nah, it wasn't. It wasn't in an
It
instant.
was it. It wasn't that merciful.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's like, God likes some suffering. And I
Now
was
is
like,
Yeah.
that
oh,
now is that a real thing? Because I don't know that. Did that really happen?
From my understanding, that is what happened because that is why Carl was so late to getting to Earth. And
so
it explains a lot of the reasons she was late. I think they've done it a bunch of different ways, but
so before this,
yeah,
the way they had done it, Kara was actually that age when Krypton got destroyed.
yeah,
So Clark was a baby and Kara
hmm,
was, 15, 16.
yeah,
And Clark got sent to Earth and Kara was put on a ship to follow him, but she got trapped in like a time loop
yeah,
somewhere in like in deep space. She basically got stuck. And so she was there in suspended animation basically while time was still moving forward for Clark.
yeah,
And so as far as she was concerned, Clark was a baby, and so when he wasn't, she was kind of like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so, she'll occasionally make jokes about being older than him, and yeah.
yeah,
So that's the original version of what happened. And then I think that there are many retcons,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so this is one of those. What they did though, are you familiar with Brainiac?
I know who he is. Yeah.
Okay, so what Brainiac's whole thing was, he was an observer, and what he would do, he would go to planets, he would capture a city and then bottle it and then put it in his like little trophy room basically.
Hmm.
And so that's what that would look like. He would uh basically cut the circle around the city. He would put it in a dome and then he would freeze that city in time and study it. And the whole bottling a city thing is what Argo City did. Like they brainiacked themselves
Okay.
Hmm.
basically. But as far as that concept of like bottling a city and like moving it, that's where that usually happens. That's when we usually see that is Brainiac doing it. Because again, he's got a trophy room full of cities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, she explains that the city was bottled, and then time just kept moving forward. So
Hmm.
everything was okay. I assume that they were just tiny and revolving around their red sun. And Kara was born, Kara grew up, everything was cool, and then they realized like, oh shit, the very soil is
Yes.
poison.
Yeah.
This, and I like this story because this would also explain how kryptonite just found its way
Yeah.
Yeah.
into. Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's a good point. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, yeah, the very soil is poisoning everybody, and Kara's mother dies,
Mm-hmm.
and her father, eventually dies. And one of the things that Kara makes very clear is that Superman, like, basically, Ruthie was like, "Why is Superman so full of hope and you're not? Like, what's the deal there? Like,
Yeah.
how is he the hope guy? Aren't y'all like?"
Mm-hmm.
And Kara basically said, Superman has the luxury of being optimistic because he doesn't have trauma.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He has experienced a peaceful life, and he can be optimistic because he doesn't see the truth the way that I do. He's not lived and seen the things that I've seen.
Yeah.
And I looked at that as not only taking it for what it is, but also kind of the plight of being a woman in this world and all of the extra things that women have to be aware of, all of the extra precautions women have to take,
Yeah.
all of the truths that women have to know, and the luxury that men have of not having to worry about a lot of that. Like
Mm.
the the whole idea of being trafficked is one of the examples of like that's not something that men generally have to spend any time worrying about or trying to prevent.
Yeah.
Right.
And so all of the ugly truths about the world and the trauma the car has experienced have a lot to do with how she is. And another thing that happens that I think was also very woman forward in this movie was whenever Kara's mother basically, because Ruthie says to her, "You're really rude, and it feels like it's on purpose.
Yeah.
What's the deal there?" And we see that her mother says to her, basically, like I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be nice,
Nice.
but you
Yeah.
need to
To
be
be good.
kind.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So being kind and being nice are not the same thing.
Two different things. Yeah.
And so that is another, piece of this because often women are told how they need to present, how they need to behave, and, nice, being a nice girl and all that. And she was basically like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like,
Be
I
good.
can be a good person without being a nice person.
Yeah.
And,
And I feel like
niceness.
that was very reflective at the end. Like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
was good, but she let that boy
Yeah.
have it.
And
Yeah.
I'm really glad that's what happened. But, um, yeah, while they're in the house, we get a lot of like deep content as
Yeah.
far as the themes of the movie and as far as some of the takeaways that I feel like the movie was trying to get to. Because, in my opinion, this was a very woke movie, but again, appropriately. We have
Yeah.
seen, like, there are a lot of movies that are just heavy handed with it, and it's like not like it's like that was the point, like
Yeah.
for the woke for the sake of being woke. But I feel like this was appropriate.
That
Yeah.
Avengers A
Yeah,
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
that would like that was pandering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this movie did not pander. I feel
I
like
don't. Yeah. I
I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
this movie handled that really well, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Like I like how it was because it was heavy handed, but appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how I feel about it. There are people who are mad about how woke it was, and I'm like, it's a Supergirl movie. Like,
All right. We'll
shut
talk
up.
about it. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
But yeah. So they basically brainiac themselves. They're being poisoned by the soil, and then um, we see how she meets Crypto, and Dad is like, "All right, here's the ship. It can only fit one. I put you on the same trajectory as your cousin."
Well, hang on. He said that, and then I saw the ship. I was like, well, that kind of looked like it fit more than one.
I think
I mean, grown
usually,
adults. I don't know.
usually it's a weight thing. Like
Okay.
like
Yeah. You
too
might
much
mess up
weight
the.
would fuck it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. Because I was like, that's a pretty good size ship.
It was
Yeah.
enough space.
Yeah, I feel like it was a Titanic situation. Like, there's probably enough
There's
room for
room
two
on the
of us.
door.
Yeah, but
No,
it's cool. It's
that was
cool.
crazy. Like Titanic was like, come on, let's just make like, what are we doing? We're about to die. Where, you know what I mean? This was like, okay, like I'm just trying to make sure she gets where she needs to go. I
Yeah,
don't want to throw off anything in deep space. Blah blah blah. Titanic was nasty work. Like Titanic was crazy. That was murder, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we come out of the flashback, and Kara goes downstairs, and she's like, "Hey, where's your friend?"
hmm
And they're like, he is on his way. Would you like some tea?" She drinks the tea, and then, things start getting a little woozy. And she's
hit
like,
it with that pill Cosby.
"Yeah, exactly." They roofied her.
Yeah,
And they were like, "You're not paralyzed. That's weird."
yeah,
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking Supergirl." Another thing that they mentioned that I thought was just funny, they were like, my cousin Superman is like, "So you're Superwoman?" It's like, "No, I'm Supergirl." Is there
yeah,
is there like a reason
yeah,
for that?
yeah. Nothing.
And yeah, I was like, that's one of the things that DC's going to point out,
Yeah,
and I'm glad they did,
yeah.
because yeah, like are you going to
Wow.
explain that, or are
Yeah,
we just
keep it
going?
moving.
This is what it is, and then I
I
was kind of like, yeah,
I struggled with, did I want her to sniff out the poison before drinking it, or is it more true to the character that she's young,
that's my thought.
she's, you know what I mean, she's kind of naive in certain ways. I guess I came to, I actually prefer that she did drink it because it displayed her power, and she was obviously smart enough to be like, all right, you got some milk, like,
Yeah,
all right, it coats the stomach, da da da. You know what I mean? So that was
and
probably
that's
a better.
I thought, okay, they're gonna use her drinking experience to her advantage here.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
fact that she is, a party girl, and she has certain knowledge. Like we're
yeah,
gonna make that relevant here.
yeah, yeah,
And so luckily the dude, was willing to help her, and it was milk from whatever that thing was.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
was
it's
That's
like
like,
he needs
disgusting.
some milk.
yeah,
Yeah,
like we're
Yeah,
in space. You can't be. It's whatever.
yeah. You
Uh,
don't get no almond milk out there.
well, also,
exactly.
okay, I feel like it's every movie these days. That one threw me off a little bit. You mean to tell me we are in deep
Oh, here we
space
go.
and
Here we
people know
go.
what milk is?
Milk.
Well,
I
I was
mean,
gonna say milk might just be the English word for it. They probably call it something else in their language, but it would make sense that aliens have to provide sustenance to their
for their
babies.
children. That's what I thought.
That's assuming that these creatures are mammals.
Well, they're
I
aliens.
mean,
Aliens can be whatever.
yeah, true. And I mean, most things, provide something for their,
But
Mammals
something.
provide milk.
most aliens are based on what we know. Like how many aliens have two eyes, a nose, a mouth, stand on two legs, have
Yeah,
five fingers on each
Not
hand. Like
not
most
not
aliens look like people.
not Rocky from Project Hail Mary. Whoop whoop.
I mean, and, there are a bunch of
Excite,
aliens that
excite.
don't.
Okay.
But I think that as humans, we're like, these are the things we know, so we're just gonna make a weird version of that.
I'm gonna tell you right
yeah,
now, what's the doctor's name? I've been watching a lot of his podcasts here lately. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he ain't gonna
Mhm.
like it.
Maybe
Because
not.
he always saying you can't have every alien be bipedal, two arms, two legs. That ain't how they be looking.
That's the thing. This one wasn't, and you're mad about it.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
You're
But why he
mad
got
that this alien
but why he got
wasn't.
milk?
Yeah, what you're mad about it?
Okay. And they knew what milk was. Okay, all right, all right.
Yes.
That
Again,
one that was that one
we're in
that
the
one got me a
Mr.
little bit.
Logistics,
land of make believe. Like,
Mr. Logistics Jordan. Once
I mean,
again.
yeah, like we're talking like she was poisoned and she can shoot lasers out of her eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
We're mad about the milk,
yeah.
and
With
that's
the
like
laser thing too.
I've done the same
Here we
thing.
go. Here we
No,
go.
Well, with the
no,
laser
No,
okay,
we'll
that's
talk about it when
fine.
we get there.
That's fine.
no, no,
That's
no.
Because
fine.
I was gonna say,
no, because
let Jordan.
there is a thing that I want. Like I was like, oh, okay, so she can. Yeah, we'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
Um, So she gets poisoned, and then Krim shows up, and they made a deal because their daughter has been abducted.
Yeah.
So they want their daughter back, and they're like, if we can get our daughter back, yeah, you can have them. We don't care about them. We
Yeah.
need our daughter back. And as a parent, that's the kind of decision you got to make.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Krim and his people show up, and there's a bunch of fighting.
Hmm.
Luckily, Lobo shows up because Lobo he got a target amongst
Yeah.
them.
Hmm.
And so she's able to, coat her stomach with the alien milk and, get a little bit of stuff done. And Lobo, you know, almost gets his man, but
Okay. This is a cheesy thing. This is a cheesy issue to have. But we all know you as when you have a cool bounty hunter, he has to do the thing. The thing where he pulls up the profile of the person. You see the crimes he's committed. You see how much money you're about to get, and you go, bam. All right, cool. Bam. All right, this is why I want to go for this dude. And this is who is paying me to go for this dude. To me, that would have been a great little Easter egg. Okay. These aliens that everybody else knows, cool, like the Martians want such and such because he killed such and such. Little stuff like that. I was like, that would have been dope rather than, hey, somebody wants you. And it's like, okay, but that was an opportunity to kind of, you know what I mean?
I agree. I feel like when he was at the bar is when, at a minimum, he should have pulled out a poster. But yeah,
Yeah,
he should have
something.
had like a little projector
Thank
thing
you.
pop up for
Like a
"Have you
little,
seen this man?"
exactly, like a little picture, like a little hologram thing. Like, yo, have you seen him? Okay, if you see him, let me know. Like they're looking, such and such is looking for him.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? That was my very, very tiny thing, but I feel like it could have enhanced Lobo and it could have thrown like, ooh, shit, this is a bigger universe. Like such and
Mm-hmm.
such is looking for, like he works, like he really don't care who he gets hired by. He just wants the money. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So
He's here
yeah,
for the bag.
that was just a small detail. I'm like, writers, come on now. Or whoever was in charge of it. I'm like, we gotta think here.
Yeah. It felt like I could see that it seemed like they didn't want to overload the movie. Like
Mm,
it felt like they were trying to keep it relatively contained.
yeah. Which
And
I get, but I'm
yeah, it's
also
like
like,
that's
you're in the middle
fine,
of
but
space. You're in the middle of deep space. Like,
yeah, like let's
you
have
know what I
fun with
mean?
it.
Exactly. It's not like we gotta go there. Just slight mention it, one sentence, keep it moving.
And sometimes a trope is a good thing.
Exactly. That's the thing. And everybody loves that.
Oh,
Everybody loves a bounty hunter. You
yep.
can't, no one's ever been like, man, I hate that this bounty hunter was in this movie and brought a bunch of action and fun shit. Like, no. Everybody's like, everybody's like, yeah, a bounty hunter. You know what's popping off with a bounty hunter. Something
Hmm.
fun is about to happen. It don't matter what movie you watch.
I also don't love that he got his bike stolen. Like he should be able to whistle and that thing gets moving.
Yeah.
His bike took a lot of damage. I will say, like that thing was getting
It's just,
slung around.
you
Yeah.
know, now I think about it, homie got bitched a couple times. Like, what?
He
How are
really
you getting
did.
captured? How the fuck you're
Okay, I
Lobo?
guess I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right now. I fell asleep when Kara got captured, and when I woke up, Lobo was in jail. I said, "How did he get in jail? Who called him? Did they
Fell
explain
asleep.
that?"
No, he kind of just
No, he
ended
just
up
was
in
in a
jail.
jail. Yeah.
Oh,
And so yeah, like yeah, that's crazy to me. Brandon, as far as you know, do the brigands have powers, or is Krem just a bad man?
I don't believe they have powers. I think they're kind of souped up with a lot of like dangerous weapons, and these guys are like very dangerous people, but they don't necessarily have powers
Okay, because
per
Krem
se.
himself is he
He's
showed
nasty.
that he was substantial.
Yeah,
Because like a tank fell on him and he just caught it. I was like,
exactly.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
he is a
I mean,
problem, but I don't
he
know
took a
if
Yeah.
bunch of damage too. Like
He
when
did.
Kara
He got beat up. He was getting
Was
tore
like
up.
flipping him like she's going so
oh
fast. I'm like,
we're gonna talk about that.
oh, he
Yeah,
lived.
yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Right, right, right.
But during all of this commotion, uh, Krim is like, oh, the daughter of the people. He's like, you got to die because A
I mean,
deal's a deal.
yeah, exactly.
And so he's stalking her, and Ruthie is following him. Ruthie eventually finds him, and then she's about to attack him, and Supergirl stops her. And Krim ends up killing that entire family.
Yeah,
A-
Like I said, a lot of killing.
And Ruthie is like, look what you've done.
yeah, facts, facts.
And when she said that, I was like, Ruthie, if you don't shut the fuck up, because
She's better be
that is
next.
not what happened. Ruthie, not only, like, let's say that you were gonna kill him. Your soul would never be okay. But, baby, you weren't. You
Yeah,
were going
I
to
agree.
die.
Yeah,
He was going
Yeah.
to capture you. You were not going to kill him like you think you were.
yeah,
You're not the baddest. You know.
Yeah, I don't know
You're
who she thought you was, but you're not
yeah, but
him.
like
yeah,
you're like an
yeah.
uninjured, full health. No, like baby, you were gonna come up missing or die.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you were not going to kill Krim then
She's gonna
Yeah,
be on a
because
t-shirt for sure.
she would have been on a t-shirt
yeah,
because she was very like, this is for the honor of my family. Like
yeah,
she had to, make announcements, and
yeah.
she
She's a little
wasn't.
too formal. A little too
Yeah.
formal. I'm surprised she didn't break out in a speech and be like, "Krim, you have killed my father." You know what I mean? It's like lost all advantage. Like,
Yeah. Because
yeah,
Yeah.
I really thought that she was going to just list off the name. Like, you have killed my father.
yeah,
Name city of
yeah.
origin. My mother. Name city of origin. Like, I thought,
Mother of dragons.
yeah, like, I thought we were going to get a full Game of
Breaker of
Thrones.
trains.
Yeah.
yeah, breaker of chain. Yeah,
Because she had the accent for, like, she had a monologue,
he
like,
did.
Shakespearean, like, that was the accent she had.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
was
side note too.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like that's very true to the character in the comic. Like she was very like formal, very like the way she requested help, all that stuff was very formal. So I thought she did a great job. But yeah, go ahead, Drew.
I was gonna say, speaking of Game of Thrones, I just realized that was young Rhaenyra. Like I kept who Kara is.
Oh wow. Yeah, you just
I kept, yeah. I was like,
I
I
knew
don't know her
that.
from. I was like, well, I was
Yeah.
like, I knew her from something, but I couldn't remember what it's from. And then when you say
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yep. When she
Because
was
I realized I hadn't seen her in anything else. I was like, oh, she's in Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, Ruthie is basically like, you did this. And
Mm-hmm.
Kara's like, I need you to understand that killing him will not bring your family back. Killing him will not make you feel better. Like you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And Ruthie's basically like, no, I want revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And Kara's like, you know what? I will take care of this myself. Because Kara took that personally.
Yeah.
That
100%.
family dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was, and she didn't say it to
Right.
she didn't say it to Ruthie, but like we could see that Kara was like, I don't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
So Kara found some locals and was like, I'm really not in the mood right now.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was a dope scene. I thought that was a pretty powerful scene. Her like flying up into space and just like
And yelling.
letting it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very like very Superman would have did it too. Like you could cause a lot of damage if you just yell out and scream on the ground. So might as well go up in space, let it all out, and then go back and do.
I
What you
mean,
gotta
yeah, it
do.
was so powerful. Like even Crypto like heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. With the
And
little
so
tear staying in the air, that was a
yeah,
That was a really good scene. That was a good scene.
I
I thought it was
agree.
yeah,
gonna
it was.
freeze. I thought it was gonna freeze. I didn't know why I didn't freeze, but I thought it was a pretty good scene.
So she does that, she comes back down and she's like, hey, I am not in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Take me to him.
Nope.
And they're like, you have to put on this sack. And I was like, she has X-ray vision, but all right.
Yeah.
And then she uses her X-ray vision.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ends up on a planet, and she's walking around, and then the yellow sun sets, the green sun rises, and she just starts bleeding and dying and
Oh,
coughing and getting cancer. Like it's rough.
it was
She
rough.
just immediately, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so we have green suns now?
Mm-hmm.
That's not science. Like Neil deGrasse
I,
Tyson would have a problem with that.
I was going to ask that. So is that a thing in DC Comics, the Green Sun?
I
It
don't know if
is.
I don't know if I've seen a green sun.
It's one of those because DC been around since the 30s,
Yeah, that's true.
so it's one of them things. It's like yes, it's a thing, but and
Yeah,
is it in Woman of Tomorrow? Because I'm pretty sure that that's accurate. Like she ends
I
up on a
remember.
planet with two suns, and one of them is green and behaves like kryptonite.
I remember the kryptonite being brought up. I can't remember exactly her. I remember her getting affected by it, so it probably is true. Yeah,
But yeah, like that's some shit they made up. But yeah, she's over there dying, and then luckily Ruthie stowed away. So Ruthie drags her to a cave and is like, "Hey,
hmm
I stowed away."
yeah,
And she's like, "You're a good friend. I need some water."
That's where I started nodding off at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ruthie goes and finds some water, and there are some brigands, bathing, and then somebody finds her, knocks her the fuck out,
yeah.
and she ends up in jail. And next to her is Lobo. I wondered if anybody else was gonna be in this jail. Like how in Superman Metamorpho was just in the jail.
Bro, I literally thought of Metamorpho.
I
I
wondered if we were
literally
gonna
thought of him.
get another cameo of like,
Yeah,
oh, did like that's what I
So
was hoping
did
for.
yeah.
this movie have no cameos?
Other
Not
than Lobo,
really.
I mean, yeah. I guess no, like true cameos. No,
Okay.
no.
I'm not like I feel like Superman was the cameo,
Superman. Other than that, yeah.
but yeah, like I'm
Okay.
not. I can't think of anybody that I was like, oh. So
hmm
I mean, maybe somebody slipped by me, but I don't remember seeing anybody.
I don't even.
Okay.
And so, uh, Lobo's there, and Lobo's like, yeah, these are poison tipped. It's my whole plan was to get locked up. Like I have an escape plan. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
And because I'm sure that like Ruthie, we were like, how the fuck did you get captured, Lobo?
Facts. I'm like, you're a bounty hunter. How the
Uh,
hell they capture you?
Not
Yeah, I didn't
just a
see any
bounty
of
hunter,
this.
but you're Lobo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's was like this is not okay.
hmm
Because the brigands aren't like they're not bad like that.
Mm-mm.
They or at least it didn't feel like they were. They were not presented that way. Like they
Facts.
felt grunty.
Part of me is like, did he try to get caught on purpose? But then it's like, you're Lobo. You could just follow him. Like, you don't have to get captured to find where they are. You can just follow them or
And
figure
like
it out.
listen, you were only looking for one guy, and you
Yeah,
had him,
yeah,
so you got properly captured.
yeah.
Because otherwise, you would have got your guy and left.
That's true.
Because
That's
that's
true.
what Lobo would do.
hmm
So yeah, he actually lost and actually got captured, which again makes me wonder: like, are the brigands as bad as they seem to be? Because they didn't seem to be.
No,
Like,
they got all
Yeah.
pieced up.
yeah, like they
1v50.
they did not feel like a formidable force,
No.
and yet they were very successful in their
They're
operation.
good at what they did.
Yeah.
Yes, but against people they should like. I don't know. Maybe this felt like a we need to create stakes situation. It felt like people got nerfed because we needed the movie to happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
We needed Lobo in the third act, so we're gonna just say that he got captured.
because otherwise there'd be no reason for him to be there.
Yeah, facts.
Because he would have got his man and went home or went to
hmm Get
get
paid.
paid.
Yeah.
So yeah, this felt like the movie needed to happen, and so everybody got nerfed.
Yeah.
And Supergirl being nerfed made sense for
hmm
the context of
Yeah, she literally kept getting nerves throughout the whole movie.
yeah, but that's there.
hmm
She very
She had to.
specifically wanted to live in a like she was nerfing herself kind of to feel
Yeah.
normal
Right.
because
Yeah.
she spent her life normal,
hmm
and so yeah. Um. Anyway, like I said, as green as the green sun was, I wanted the red suns to be redder visually.
hmm
But yeah, he's like, this is my plan all along. And then Krim goes into Ruthie's cell, and again, they're making Krim out to be this highly skilled tactical genius of a
hmm
villain. And I'm just not getting that from him at any
Yeah.
point.
Facts. Yeah.
And so he's like, "How about you tell me where Supergirl is and you'll live?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a shitty deal because you'll live as a slave."
Yeah.
Is what,
Facts.
yeah, like he's not gonna, he didn't say he would let you go
Let
free.
you go.
He said
Exactly.
he would let you live.
Mm-hmm.
And she spits in his face.
Yeah. Shout out to her. That was
Yeah.
real.
And he was like, "Okay, you will die before the day's over." And then she is like, "Guard, guard, I'm ready to snitch." And she attacks the guard, and Lobo's like, "Yeah, that's what I like." And
Yeah.
then she's walking away, and Lobo's like,
Yeah.
come on." And that was some better Lobo.
Yeah. It was.
But she lets him out, and then, you know, he's like, "Yeah." And so she goes to get her sword, and she is,
That's where I woke up at, by the way, when Lobo broke out.
yeah, and she has shown that she's like, we know that she can stow away and be sneaky and stealthy. Like, she's a ninja. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, Batman, cool." So she gets her sword, and she's still on a mission. So she goes up to the roof, and of course, because men ain't shit, they're doing Fight Club.
Yeah. Facts.
This is how men spend their free time. This is what's fun for men, is shirtless fisticuffs. And Krim finds her immediately.
Yeah.
And again, Supergirl over there dying. And then the yellow sun rises.
I
Yeah.
was like, that
Yeah.
was pretty fast.
I mean, we don't know how long she was
Yeah,
locked
but
up, and
well, and I was like, we also, this is a whole nother planet. We don't know how long their days last.
yeah. And
Yeah.
So I was
that was
like,
another
okay.
thing is yeah, like we don't know, it's two suns, we don't know, yeah, lot we don't know. So yeah, the yellow sun rises, and Kara's like, "All right, let's fucking go."
Yeah.
So she puts on her shit,
The suit.
and she goes to handle some folk.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, she shows up, Lobo shows up, they get to work, and then Ruthie's like, "Hey, the brides, they are still there." So luckily she has X-ray vision. She sees them, she frees them. So the lasers
There we
Bro.
go. There
that
we go.
she used for this,
I was like, where that been at?
I was like, "Oh, you could you can do that," because usually we see a pinpoint laser. Sometime, like I have seen Superman do like a widespread thin laser, like a, and I call that like a scorched earth.
Yeah.
But to have just a full circle, because it would have made sense to me if she had carved the circle, but the
Yeah.
laser was the size of the hole.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so you can like just do a full wide, like she has full size manipulation for these lasers." All right, that's news.
Yeah. Hey man, she read a
Yeah.
Cyclops comic book
That,
and kept it pushing.
I was like, I was thinking the same thing too, honestly. But I was like, yeah, where that been at? I was like, she could have been did that.
Yeah. Um, because yeah, again, like the size of that laser, you could get a lot done if you
Mm,
can produce lasers that are that large.
yeah.
And it wasn't that it got wider because it was a straight line.
Mm,
So just from her eyes, the laser's just that size. I was like, "All right, cool." That's got to be one of those things we didn't think about. We just did it.
mm,
But cool. So she frees the women, and the way that Kara was throwing, like when she got her hands on him, the way she
yeah.
was
Bro.
throwing him, I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I was like body slam, body slam, body slam. I was like, damn.
I liked it for a lot of reasons. I liked it because it felt chaotic. It
Mm,
felt untrained. It felt full of rage. Like
yeah.
it was everything that I wanted it to be.
Mm,
Like because you know, Wonder Woman would not have done it that way.
Nah.
Like with Wonder Woman, it would have been a lot more graceful
Right,
and like
left,
yeah, like
knee. Yeah.
a nicely like everything would have been perfect form. Like
Yeah. Kurt Angle style. Yeah.
yeah, like it would have.
Yeah.
But she was like again, that was pure emotion. That
Yeah.
was pure just I got my hands on you.
Yeah.
And the way she was throwing him, I was like, oh, visually, I love what's happening, but I also love the storytelling of this ass whooping.
Yeah. He's beating his ass. Yeah.
She was beating his ass.
Yeah.
And yeah, the way he was being thrown, I was like, oh yeah, there's no skill there. This is straight raw power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Just
Anger.
cause.
yes,
Yeah.
anger, rage, all that.
Mm.
Because, and for a lot of reasons. One, you've been kidnapping these women.
Mm.
Two, you killed that family that I was starting to become friends with, even though they poisoned me. I took that personally. Three, you killed my friend Ruthie, my friend. You orphaned her. You killed her family. But you
That
shot
dog.
my dog.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Number one.
You shot my fucking dog.
Yeah.
And we don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't shoot a white woman's dog.
Absolutely not.
And so she's, beating his ass. And then eventually, Ruthie's like, oh, look at there. I found you. And I
Yeah.
happen to have that thing on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she starts to monologuing. And
Yeah.
luckily, she's monologuing because
Yeah.
Kara wouldn't have got there in time. But Kara gives her the whole, like, hey, once you do this, you can't come back from it. Like,
Yeah.
this will make you a killer.
Mm-hmm.
And you need that's not what I want for you. That's not what you want for you. This will haunt you for the rest of your days. And you need to be better than that. So do not kill him. It will not bring your family back. It will not protect it. Like it will not help the situation. Walk
Mm-hmm.
away. Walk away before you change your mind.
Now,
Yeah.
did Lobo want the girl to kill Craig?
Mhm.
Or because I mean he was just watching. That's what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
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 But
Because he's.
but then he saw Card. Was he satisfied with that? I couldn't tell like if he was like, oh yeah, I can handle that. Or like I couldn't tell his expression.
I think that generally speaking, he like just enjoys violence, but is otherwise indifferent.
Yeah. I got the vibe that he prefers. He believes in justice, sort of like Punisher. If you do something bad, justice, it means you die for it. Like that's just the way it should go. And so when he saw a dude die, he was like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's what I would have done
Yeah.
as well. You know.
Okay.
Lobo's pretty close to a true neutral. As
Mm,
far as where he stands on things. Like a lot of times again, it is for a bag, that's it. And he has no problem killing people. He enjoys a good fight. Uh but yeah, as far as justice goes, he usually doesn't concern himself with that. He is usually like, where's my money?
yeah.
Okay.
And so I think that he was like, cool, he's dead. All right.
Yeah.
But um Ruthie Supergirl is able to get Ruthie to walk away. And whenever Ruthie walked away, I was like, Supergirl, please do it. Like I wanted her to do it.
No.
And so Brandon, let's talk about it.
Hmm.
Where do you live here?
I didn't love it. It is a audible from the comic book. The comic book, she does not kill him.
Mm-hmm.
She sends him to the Phantom Zone. Uh,
It's a Superman thing
so
to do.
yeah, and I guess my issue with it was I kind of get it. You kind of hinted to her dark past and her kind of having a differentiating herself from Superman. So this probably would be obviously a different type of route to go. But I guess I just don't killing him. I don't know, man. I don't know if it benefits. I don't see the benefits of it. Um, outside of just saying I'm different, which okay, everybody's different. That doesn't really make you cool. I mean, it make you more special in any way. It's just sort of like okay, and you had just preached to this girl. Nothing. It's not going to do anything for you. And I get it. You're trying to keep her hands clean, but it's also like, Carl. I mean, you don't. It's not like you have a body bag of people just sitting back. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't love it.
Well, and we don't know if she does. Like, we assume she doesn't. But I, again, I like that they made it very clear she is not Superman.
Yeah.
And I think that this will bring up a lot of moral dilemma later
True.
because this Superman is very Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know that, like, Henry Cavill's Superman was closer to the middle, but this Superman is very far on the side of no killing, righteousness, goodness, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that she is closer to the middle again. That's why I would argue that she's an anti-hero. I like that because that it felt realistic to me that the trauma she has experienced has affected her ability to live there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that she was the voice of reason in this situation is how we got here. I I thought that it was I mean, of course I thought it was the right thing to do, but I thought it was the right thing to do for a couple reasons. I love that she said to Ruthie, I she didn't say it to her, but basically did a I don't want you to carry this.
Mm-hmm.
I will carry it.
Yeah.
Because I'm already like I'm already carrying a lot. This is not gonna affect
You don't
me.
want this. Yeah.
Yeah, this won't
Yeah.
affect me the way that it would affect you. And and Supergirl was probably saying to Ruthie like all of the points you made. That's why we're here. Like the fact that more people will die if I don't handle this. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game. As many women, children, and animals as he has hurt, and will continue to hurt by being alive, we're done here.
Yeah.
So, we're done here.
I mean, he's
It
going to the
surprised
Phantom
me.
Zone. Yeah, I mean, he's going to the Phantom Zone. It's not like he's getting let free.
Do we have a Phantom Zone in this universe yet?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait. Ain't that
Because
with Superman?
I don't know if Lex Luthor's pocket dimension is the Phantom Zone. Like that,
Oh.
the Phantom Zone is its own thing.
yeah, I think I don't know. They didn't really explain that or
And
name it.
and I don't know, like I don't know how Superman feels about the pocket dimension jail, but
Oh yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna find out about it and be like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
I mean, Superman was
But
in it
yeah,
in the
true.
movie,
But
but
like,
yeah. So I, I mean, of course, you know how I am generally. Like, of course,
yeah,
I'm down for this. Um,
right.
and James Gunn likes it a little darker,
Yeah, he does.
and so I liked it personally, but I also liked it narratively.
I get that.
And if Superman had done it, I would like that. That's not like
Yeah, it's a
no.
no go.
But the fact that Supergirl did it, that's what I wanted. That's what I'm here for, and I don't feel like it was inappropriate for the character that Supergirl has been recently, and it made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, along with the fact that I selfishly just wanted it, I think that for the story, I appreciate that it actually happened. So she handles him, and then we get a happily ever after. They go to crypto, they give him the antidote, he's fine, everything's cool. Supergirl's like, it's my birthday week, it's my birthday month, I'm not done. I'm still I'm still doing stuff. And Ruthie was like, yeah, I'm gonna go stay with my aunt, and just looks at her and she's like, all right, you want to
Yeah,
come to the bar with me? You want to be my designated driver?
Right,
Mhm.
Your aunt's not gonna have a problem with that, is she? She's like,
right.
nah. I was like, oh, so aliens, we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't care.
Nah.
Like
Yeah,
she's
no,
she's
okay.
on some Ash Ketchum, just left the
Being out there
house
in the world.
doing whatever.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, and then eventually we see that Kara returns to Earth with Crypto, and she and Superman are talking, and she's like, I think I'm gonna stay. I think I'm
yeah,
gonna settle a little bit, build some roots, because I think that she also had the revelation of wanting a family and
yeah.
wanting some stability.
Mhm.
And so also, I think that she was like, and if I'm here, then I can do more good work because
Yeah,
what I did
be
was
good.
good work.
Yeah.
So
No, did this movie take place before or after Superman movie?
Super
after,
after.
Okay, so
because
then because when he made that reference to I needed help with this last guy, I thought he was talking about the events of the last movie.
uh, very possibly.
Potentially. But
But
I think
he had
he would have
seen her
said
before
that.
then,
Yeah, I think he would have said that to her maybe at the end of Superman
because you
Okay.
remember
rather
she
than
she came to collect crypto,
yeah.
Okay.
and so that's how we
So
know this is after
yeah,
because she
for some reason I thought this was before she dropped crypto off, but maybe not.
no, this was she came to get him, and then I think we pick up
Okay.
when because she was drunk when she got him. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder who he was having a little trouble with then.
We shall see in the next Superman. Hopefully next year.
And I said, we're gonna see. I think it takes
Yeah.
him longer than that to do these movies, but yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
So, general thoughts of the movie. Jordan, I want to start with you because you went in pretty blind.
Yeah. I will say that's why I do enjoy. I think I said every single time we watch one of these DC movies that I don't have a lot of history with the characters, and so yes, I am truly going in blind. Unlike when I go with the Marvel movies, I have some idea what could happen. Are we doing ratings too?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're just doing thoughts.
I will say this movie it was a little whack to me. To be honest,
Okay.
I wasn't really feeling a lot of it. The action and stuff was okay. It was I would say the movie is very middle of the road for me. I didn't really love any of the characters. Like none of them like really stuck out to me. Um, Honestly, I feel like Lobo like he could have had a little bit more screen time. I feel like I wanted him to be the villain just because I thought Lobo was a villain, and so I thought Craig was working with Lobo or Krim, whatever. I keep calling Craig.
That's
Uh,
right.
I thought he was working for Lobo, and I think that would have been better to see Supergirl go off against Lobo. But I feel like he was a weak villain, if you can call him a villain in a movie. So yeah, I don't know. Movie overall, it was very middle of the road to me. It was cool to see Supergirl doing her powers, but other than that, it was very mid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the word disappointed, but there were some things that I wish we had gotten from this movie. I feel like somehow this movie was making an attempt to be like a space adventure but stay grounded at the same time. Like it felt like that's what it was trying to do.
Hmm.
Or not necessarily grounded, but like contained.
Yeah.
And I think it did an okay job of both of those things, but just an okay job of both of those things.
Yeah.
Um, I I think it was appropriately woke. I like the woman forward messaging that this movie had. I think that that was handled really well, personally, as a non-woman. But yeah, I think that this movie wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't spectacular. It was not sensational. Like it was pretty all right. I did enjoy some of the things in it, but I think I might be disappointed with the Lobo we got.
Yeah.
I needed as a fan, I
Hmm.
needed more from that. Like as much as we care about comic book accuracy and as much as we care about like the portrayal being what it needs to be,
Yeah.
I wanted more from Lobo, and I cannot say that I am happy with what we got from Lobo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the
Um,
villain was like I just he never felt like I could never take him seriously. He never felt threatening. Like he never like this the villain was not because having a weak villain that is still threatening and menacing and can get stuff done like there are ways to like I can't all the way put into words how poorly handled this villain was. Like I was very unimpressed, and this movie did not do a good job. Maybe it didn't do a good job of representing him. Maybe the dude who played him didn't like something wasn't
Yeah.
right, and there was something that really wasn't it as far as the villain goes. And I'm not really able to articulate fully what my grievance is, but I I'm not happy with the villain. Like again, it took me way too long to realize like, oh, he's the main villain of the movie.
yeah.
And I had seen him too many times to not know that. And it wasn't like, like it wasn't a situation where we weren't supposed to know that. Like we were supposed to know that he was the main villain. And that was poorly done in this movie. He was supposed to be threatening and menacing, and that was poorly done in this movie. He was supposed to be a boss man, and that was poorly done. Like he was, I do not have much positive to say about this villain.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Um, for me, I struggle because I did read the source material. So I had high expectations. Um, so I am a little disappointed. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's about average, middle of the road. I don't think it hurts James Gunn and the DC universe moving forward. I think the roots of it is fine. Like I think the Supergirl, she's believable, she's cool. Some of the other stuff is cool. Um, Disappointed in Lobo just because to add Lobo into the story and then not execute it is kind of like, what are we doing? That felt like a layup that should have been just easy. Um, and I thought sometimes, and I understand it's not an origin story, but it's like our first introduction to this version of Supergirl. But in the comic book, you're looking from Ruthie's point of view. It's kind of like Ruthie is hanging out with with a big sister who's like this mythological god, and every now and again she shows you she's this mythological like you like it was basically like in the comic book you're the little sister and you're seeing your big sister be a drunk fool who just stutters over herself and is an idiot, but every now and again she turns into this god like being and it's like magical, where in this it was like you're only looking at it from Supergirl's point of view and it didn't feel when she powered up it felt like oh okay, where it didn't feel like oh man this is dope, you know what I mean? It was kind of like I don't know. Her power up moments didn't feel special. So, and I will say the comic book was goofier. The comic book like leaned fully into it being a alien like space adventure type of joint. Where this one kind of did, but like Spencer said, it felt like it was trying to do that. It was trying to be Guardians, but then it was also trying to be like a Taken. You know what I mean? Like it was also trying to like really point to like, hey, trafficking is a big problem. Men are shitty, you know, and all this other stuff. And it's like when the comic book, it was like you were on a different planet, and it was all kind of wild shit going on. And it was different aliens talking shit, and you know, and you kind of get dealt with. You kind of sat with Supergirl's trauma a little bit longer, which was kind of cool, and it was further explained. I like the room scene, like we talked about, where they kind of talked about Krypton. That was dope. Um, so for me, it was disappointing because it is always hard to outdo the comic book, And I do like the risks that they took. I like that they didn't literally just redo the comic book in live action. Um, but some of the choices were a little and then also you just Lobo should be a layup. No matter what movie he pops up in, that should be a layup. Um, like he's one of the coolest characters in DC. That should not making him look more cool should never be a problem. So for me, yeah, average, not bad, not terrible, but average. But I think overall it's fine. I think you kind of just need to introduce Supergirl because she's going to be in the next. I think they're filming the next Superman right now, so she's probably going to be in that movie. Kind of introduces her to the casuals, but just disappointing they picked that particular story to do because it's held in such high regard that the true fans didn't like. I'm sure are disappointed, and then obviously we know the idiots out there where a woman led movie they're just gonna shit on it anyways. But
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
So, Jordan, scale of 1 to 10.
I'm going with a 6.
Okay.
That's where I feel at on this one.
Okay.
Mhm.
What y'all think?
I'm gonna go 6.5. I again, there were some good things in it. There were some things I liked about it.
Mhm.
And I think that overall, generally, I don't it was less than pretty good. It was
Yeah,
it was it was right under pretty good. I feel like a
yeah,
7 is pretty good.
yeah,
It was, but I can't. It's not a 7 for me.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm probably where you are, Spencer. I think if Lobo had a little more oomph, I would have gave me a 7. But the fact that we missed on something that was so obvious and something that again was an added choice and we didn't hit on the added choice, I
Yeah, like,
kind of got to that's extra points against you.
yeah, like how you fuck up
Uh
a bonus.
yeah, you fucked up something you added. Like you invested in adding that, but then you don't put money into it. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, 6.5 for me. Like I do think this potentially could age better with time, but I'm also like, you need a Lobo like show up in Justice League years down the line and kill it, and it won't be
Yeah,
as bad.
I wonder if he's gonna be in Lanterns, because Lobo
Yeah,
being in Lanterns, like again, he
makes a
can
lot of
cameo
sense.
anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That's was such a odd thing to not nail it because he can be in anything,
Yeah,
anything space, anything, and even Earth. He can pop up.
and the fact that Guy and Hawk Girl and all that were in Peacemaker, you
Yeah.
can put
Mm-hmm.
Lobo in Lanterns.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So,
Okay. I do have the Rotten Tomato scores, so this could be someone's first episode, but I have the Rotten Tomato scores, and Brandon and Spencer try to guess what they think the Rotten Tomato score is, and this is the closest to the bucket without going over. Spencer is really good at this game. The last person to win it with the Zootopia 2 was Spencer, so Spencer, we will start with you. What do you think the audience score is?
audience. Okay.
I mean, audience, sorry, critic.
Uh, I don't. 62.
Okay, 62. Brandon, what you thinking?
Critics, 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 critics. I'm gonna go 68.
Well, as of recording, there are 325 reviews, and it is sitting at a 55%.
Oh,
Damn.
So technically, Brandon wins it, but yeah, that's a little rough one.
Brandon said
Wait,
68.
no, I said
Oh
68.
wait,
I said
oh,
68.
which one? You have 66?
I said
Somebody say six.
62.
Oh,
Two.
66.
Yeah,
Oh,
you said
So
sorry.
you just weren't
yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just making up shit.
I was
Yeah.
typing. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Spencer won that one. Okay. Now, Spencer, since you won that one, what do you think the audience score is?
That's so tough. Just because, like, the audience doesn't like a woman-led movie, but also I don't. I'm gonna also go with 62 because I don't know.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
with 68.
Okay. So, as of recording, There are 2,500 plus verified reviews, and the audience score is sitting at a 76%.
Oh,
So
Okay.
Brandon
Okay.
wins this one. So we call this one a tie.
Hey, interesting. And I mean, it's somewhat enjoyable. Like it wasn't a
yeah,
bad experience, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. And especially if you're not going in it not knowing anything or at all. So yeah,
yeah.
like I asked my daughter when we left, she was like, "I liked it." I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. So yeah, um, you know, it's a movie that happened. If you're listening to us, I assume you've seen it.
Yeah.
So
What else?
let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, if we missed anything,
Yeah.
definitely let us know. There are places where you can do that. And if you thought this movie was excellent, top tier cinema, or if you thought this movie was absolute dog water, let's talk about it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And with
Sure.
that being said, we're never duplicated.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.